More importantly than the actual fight itself is the press conferences leading up to it. The Chinese champion against Sean Strickland, all-American Strickland, hell yeah. Izzy the Stylebender Alisanya. He's fighting Sean Strickland, and I love the matchup. I've been saying for a long time that I think Sean wins this, but I've also said I think this is the toughest fight in the division for Sean. Sean spars a ton. Sean has sparred everybody. I mean, he goes to boxing gyms and beats up boxers. He goes to kickboxing gyms and beats up kickboxers. He learned how to wrestle because somebody out-wrestled him once, and he said never again. And then he just dedicated himself to never being taken down ever again. He has worked with D1 national champions, D2 All-Americans. I mean, he does everything in his power that if he has a weakness to work on not having it exploited ever. His wrestling is some of the best in the UFC. I have the 5th greatest takedown defense rating of all time. Any weight class in the UFC history. I think Usman is number 1, Machida's way up there, and I'm right there, number 5. I've been very good at not getting taken down. Sean has taken me down. We spar. Sean has been able to take me down. And Sean's mean. So this is... Sean's mean. I have this style of getting up. I'll give up my back and stand up. It works on everyone. Sean used to make fun of me, but now that's what he does too. If he gets taken down, he gives up his back and stands up. Because everyone goes for the rear naked choke, which is garbage. If you ever train with me, I said, do not go for that rear naked choke. Be on top and punch him in the face. Sean now does that. So if he gets taken down, you won't see him pulling guard or doing any of that bullshit. He will get on top and try and hurt you. But what Sean will do is he doesn't go for the finish. He goes for the pain. Like if he has a rear naked choke, he will let it go to crank the face, to try and break the jaw. It's such a dickhead when he does it, but I love it. I mean, he's been such a big influence on my career, and I like to think I helped him in his career too. I know I did. We've been buddies for years. We sparred for years. Last couple years, a lot less because I moved to Tennessee and he's in Vegas. But we have been, I could call him now and say, if Sean ever needs a liver, he could call me. And you know what I would do? I would help him find one. It wouldn't be mine, but I'd help him find a liver or kidney or whatever he needs. Anyways, Sean Strickland. He has got more pressure and more volume than anyone Izzy has fought in a long time. The last person to have some success against Izzy, to real success against Izzy, outside of Alex, outside of the knockout shot. And if you remember that knockout shot, Izzy was winning that fight and then got knocked out. But Calvin Gastelum threw a lot of volume and was landing himself, was having some luck. Problem with Calvin is by round 5, he had slowed down just enough and was just throwing the same 3-punch combo the whole time. So it was Izzy figured him out. Sean doesn't throw the same stuff for any amount of time. Sean just bomb. It's just constantly going. Downside for Sean is he fights with that chin up. Izzy's real good at finding that chin on people. So that is a negative for Sean. However, Izzy doesn't fight people with that much pressure. Sean is going to pressure forward. Sean is going to I don't want to say outstrike him, out-volume him. Sean is going to be, it's going to be a barrage of punches, kicks, knees, elbows. It's going to be constant. I'm really looking forward to watching if Izzy can overcome this. Now, I've told you, Sean and I are friends. Izzy and I are buddies. I've known him for a while. He's given me some shorts. We sat and watched a couple fights together. I like Izzy. I really do. I've enjoyed him as champion. I'm rooting for him in every fight, but he's fighting my friend this time, so I'm sorry. Izzy, I know you're watching this. I'm not rooting for you this time. I'm pulling for my good friend, the guy I would help find a kidney for. Now, and I know all of you at home, anytime I say Sean beats Izzy, everybody's, Sean's going to get outstruck. Sean fights that chin up. He hits like a little girl with this. Y'all go off on me. Sean's volume is a problem for people. Now, there is the chance Izzy gets into his head. Izzy has done that with many fighters. Izzy got into Romero's head. Izzy got into Costa's head. I don't know that Izzy got into Marvin Vittori's head. Marvin just had a weird game plan. Like Marvin was sure he was going to get the takedown and then never got the takedown. Sean might get a takedown. I don't know if he's going to shoot, but he might get the takedown. He might be willing to sacrifice that. But I don't think Sean is going to fall into Izzy's trap of slowing everything down. Izzy's very good at slowing people down. If he can slow him down, Izzy's faster than everyone in the division. Izzy is a fast striker, not a particularly known for power puncher, although he has his knockouts. I mean, Alex Pereira might not have woken up yet. He knocked out Costa. He's knocked people out, but he's not that one-hitter quitter that people that people look out for. He is the precise, it's the perfect shot kind of guy. If Sean can start landing, if Sean can just start little jab crosses, little deep kicks coming up the middle, just enough to outpoint Izzy, Izzy will start making some more mistakes, start trying to push back a little bit, falling into Sean's game plan. Sean will out-volume him if Izzy pushes back. I do believe Izzy needs to continue laying back, trying to get Sean to slow down for Izzy to be able to land that shot. I also think Sean will possibly voluntarily go for a takedown. I don't know that he will, because Sean's got a lot of pride and he's going to fight. He fights with that pride on his sleeve. I think he's going to go out there and try and make everybody know Sean is the better striker, the best striker in the UFC. But Sean's wrestling is on point. I have the 5th highest takedown defense rating in UFC history of any weight class, 5th highest. I have stopped stuff, rejected more takedowns than almost everyone else. I fought Rashad Evans. He didn't put me down once. I stuffed for 15 minutes. I stuffed shots. I love that win because Dan Henderson got taken down by Rashad. I didn't. Now, Sean, he got taken down once. He took it as a challenge. He just started working with D1 national champions. That's what he started working with. D2 national champions, all-American wrestlers, trying to make sure he never gets taken down again. Now, you know what happens? The D1 wrestlers don't want to wrestle him anymore. The D1 wrestlers don't want to work with him anymore because Sean is mean. Sean doesn't just stuff a takedown. He makes you regret taking that takedown. Sean also got real good at taking takedowns. As I was saying, 5th highest takedown defense rating in UFC history. Sean has taken me down more than once. I hate it when Sean shoots on me because it is all I can do to get him from taking me down. Luckily, Sean doesn't like shooting. Sean doesn't get tired. It's the superpower of his. He doesn't get tired, but he doesn't like shooting because he wants to prove, striking is manly. He wants to prove he is the world's greatest striker. Goes against him in this fight. Izzy's probably a better striker. We'll see. We'll see if Sean can start landing. We'll see if Izzy can slow Sean down to fight Izzy's game. If Sean's volume is low, Izzy wins this fight. If Sean keeps that volume up, keeps that volume high, makes it very hard for a judge to give it to Izzy, I think Sean wins the decision. I don't see a finish coming, which is unfortunate. I love finishes. My wife always jokes every time she watches the main event, it's always a decision. We went to the UFC fights this last weekend, and guess what? The most boring decision I have seen in a long time. It was my wife's fault, so sorry. She will be watching this fight. It will go to decision, and I'm going to predict Sean Strickland wins the fight. I think he's going to win enough of the rounds. I think he's going to outstrike him. I think he maybe get a takedown. I wouldn't bet on it. Maybe I would. I'll see what the odds are. A late, 4th round takedown. I could see it maybe. Possibly Sean could do that. But I think Sean will land enough strikes. He will outpoint the style bender. And I think Sean gets the rounds. I think he gets 3 out of 5 rounds. I think it goes to a war, and more importantly than the actual fight itself is the press conferences leading up to it. The Chinese champion against Sean Strickland, all-American Strickland, hell yeah. The last time they met in a pre-fight press conference, Sean won 10-8. It was so much fun. I can't wait to see what the buildup is for Sean during this. Sean's not going to get nervous. Those cameras are going to go on him, and Sean is going to light up. He is going to say whatever he wants to say. He's going to offend half the audience and make the other half love him more than ever. I look forward to that almost as much as I look forward to him getting his hand raised. Because you know what? He's going to be a UFC champion. Me being his friend, I'll get to see his belt once. Yes, I've never seen I've seen the UFC belt, but I've never been close enough to hold it. I think Sean's going to be the first one to do it. I'm hoping he invites me out to help him train because he's going to need some awesome southpaws out there. Now, I am more of a one-hitter quitter than a technical kickboxer like Izzy is, but I'm hoping I'm good enough to go out there and give Strickland some work. So maybe the end of August, I'll be able to get out to Vegas and try and knock him out a little bit. He and I have had some great rounds in the past. I'm looking forward to have some great rounds with the UFC champion. I'm so excited for him. He does this for the money. He thanks you and the fans. And one more thing about Strickland, he stole the line from me. He says, without you fans, he wouldn't have anything. I've been saying that. I said that first. I said it and I impressed him with it. He stole my line. It was that bastard. But good luck, Sean Strickland. I know you're watching. Tell me in the comments how you think I'm wrong, if you think I'm right, and there'll be a few of you, and how much money you're going to bet on it. I appreciate each and every one of you. Love you all, and we'll talk to you soon.